International law attorney Bruce Marks, founder and managing member of the Marks and Sokolov law firm. Thanks for coming onto the programme, Bruce. Now, Maria's father and Russian officials alike, they're stating that her harsh prison conditions have prompted this guilty plea. What do you make of that?
Well, listen, I think being in solitary confinement is very difficult. She's alone here in the United States, 22 hours a day in a cell. That's clearly going to have some impact on her. But I suspect that she pled guilty to these very technical charges, very different than what the government said at the beginning of the case, because I expect that she will not likely serve prison time and she'll be returned to Russia, and I'm sure that's where she wants to be, back home with her family and her friends.
Was the fact that she was put into solitary confinement justified for what she was accused of doing?
It seems unlikely to me. I mean, we're not talking about, Ethel Rosenberg and somebody who, at the end of the day, was accused of spying and providing, top secrets to the Russian government. I find it hard to believe that there was a real safety concern that would have put her into solitary confinement. I think it was, in my view, again, I don't know all the facts, but in my view, it was done to pressure her to plead guilty.
Yeah. Now, commentators are also pointing out that lots of foreigners do exactly what Butina did in the US without any repercussions, and she's been singled out in their view. What do you think about that kind of way of thinking?
Well, I think there's two words that describe it. I don't mean to be quoting the president, but witch hunt. I mean, this is a young girl. She believes in the right to bear arms, whether you agree with her or not. She has a relationship with somebody who used to be, I think, in the Senate in Russia, Mr. Torshin, who strongly believes that as well. We have a very technical law that says if you're, quote, representing a foreign government or official, that you have to register. And that's the technicality that she violated. Well, at the beginning of this, she was a Russian spy. Well, she wasn't a spy. The concept of a spy is somebody who's obtaining secrets from the government. That didn't happen at all. She met only with private people, and she was trying to develop a relationship. And I think to encourage, good relations and cooperation between Russia and the United States, and that's something that should be commended, not prosecuted. And I would also add, the government really did a lot to destroy her reputation. There were the charges, as you may recall, the allegations that she traded sex, for secrets, and that proved to be an absolute fabrication.
Yeah. I mean, you've obviously heard what the Russian authorities think about this. They're calling Butina's case politically motivated. Is it a possibility that America's much heralded legal system really can be influenced by politics?
Well, when you say legal system, I think we have to break that down a little bit. I don't think the judges are influenced, by politics. Perhaps some, but generally speaking, our judiciary is independent. If you're talking about the FBI, I mean, all you have two more words on that, James Comey. The FBI has clearly been influenced by politics, and if you're asking me whether the prosecutors can be influenced by politics, absolutely. And I think really the shame of it is there hasn't been a strong attorney general, and this is not the type of case that you would have thought would have been prosecuted. You would have not thought that she would have been put in jail as long as she was. If there was a technical violation, at the most, she should have been expelled from the country.
OK. International law attorney Bruce Marks, founder and managing member of the Marks and Sokolov law firm. Thanks very much for chipping into that discussion there.